Okay, it's not every day you get to see a wrestling company or a wrestling brand essentially go under twice. Vince announced that they're going to end ECW and replace it with another show. Currently, I think it's NXT is what they're going for. Essentially, it's the word next, but spelled in a really awesome way. The premise of the show is going to be newer talent and a couple of veterans. Which I find to be kind of odd, because hasn't that kind of been ECW for a really long time? You know, they brought in newer talent, or talent that hadn't been on, e-programming before. Let them really cut their teeth on that show with a couple of somewhat established veterans. That was the original ECW that Vince brought back when you had the ECW originals and you had newer people. That's why you had the new breed versus the ECW originals. Let's be kind of honest, that's where most E-fans finally got to see, Miz, Morrison really begin to shine. CM Punk, that's also what brought us, Evan Bourne, Kofi Kingston. Quite a few people have started off there and have, gone on to do kind of better things. And other people have been put over there and have done some fairly decent stuff. I mean, Kozlov was doing nothing on SmackDown. From ECW, all things kind of a force to be reckoned with. Have they had some missteps? Yeah, Ricky Ortiz, Elijah Burke. I don't know why they got rid of him. Kevin Thorne. Again, I thought the gimmick was getting over, and it actually worked. DJ Gabriel. A lot of things have kind of just. They've had hits and they've had misses from ECW. Am I going to be sad to see it leave? When it first came back and you had like Rob Van Dam and Sabu, Sandman, stuff like that, and you really brought back, and they tried to do the feel of the old ECW, it never really quite meshed like that. And then, people don't want to re-up contracts and drug issues. That kind of wiped everybody out from that. And then it kind of became, if you're a new guy, you'll debut on ECW. You'll build some sort of a following. You'll probably feud with established talent, essentially it's established jobber talent. People like Finlay and Goldust. And you'll go there and you'll cut your teeth there, and that's when we'll see if you're good enough for Raw or if you're good enough for SmackDown. Or if you're established talent and you're kind of meandering, like Benjamin, great talent really doesn't do anything. Well, throw in ECW, you'll be able to be a bigger fish in the smaller pond, and it'll help you out more. So, February 23rd will probably be the last ECW. Am I sad to see it leave? A lot like when the first time it went under, it is kind of bittersweet, because it had some pretty decent moments to it. All in all, at the end, ECW had its moment in the sun, and like a candle burning too bright, it was done. Big flash, big flare, finished. Vince brought it back, and it never quite had it going, Like the two one-night stands. The first one felt like ECW. Second one was WWECW. The first ECW only pay-per-view sucked. There was an Extreme Elimination Chamber. Lame. With a capital E, lame. Just extreme lame. I mean, it just did not work. The people who made ECW work were people who essentially were pincushions. I mean, you did a bunch of 6 spots, and that was it, and the crowd loved you for it. That's not how Vince does things. That's like an ECW that Vince did was never the old ECW. Is it going to be sad to see it leave? Yeah. They're getting rid of the title, too, so I guess does that mean that Christian will have been the longest reigning ECW champion under Vince's tutelage? Yep. I'll be probably the last one, too. And they'll probably bring in a new title. Hopefully it looks better than silver and black. So, sad to see it leave, but hey, it's bound to happen sooner or later.